Okay, it's taken us about an hour to get here, but better late than never as the Dodgers are about to get ready to get this game started along with the Tigers, and Dodgers got to get to business and snap this one game losing streak they fell upon yesterday, losing. So let's see. No word yet on. Welcome in, JT. Got JT in the chat. Who knows is in the chat. Pretty soon I'll have the game tracker up here set for you. As I have a little bit of time before the game starts, let me give you the lineup. Leading off for the Dodgers, it'll be Ohtani, followed by Edman, Betts, Freeman, Teoscar, Rojas. Rojas is in there today playing third base. Tucker's in right, hitting in the seventh slot. Kike is in center field, hitting eighth. And Rovert is behind the plate, hitting ninth. So, temperature in Detroit 73, humidity 77% with intermittent light rain. So let's see, hopefully we'll have no more delays and get this game underway very shortly here. Welcome in, Who Knows, and JT. The game is just about ready to get started. Dodgers offense, 2.2 runs games on the road trip. So they're getting 2.2 runs a game on this road trip. Not good at all. 3 runs in the last 3 months. 5 straight 1-run games. They've lost. They're 1-4 with that record. And this will be their last game in August. They have tomorrow off, and then they start going back home. They'll be back home to take on the Cardinals. So Valdez will be the pitcher for the Tigers. He's doing his warm-ups right now. Signed a 3-year, $115 million deal in February. So Valdez comes in here with a big fat wallet of money. And this should be should be very good as he faces Ohtani. First up. Whiff rate versus curveball in 2026, 31%. So Farmer Valdez up there now, and the first pitch on the way to Ohtani is taken way inside for ball one. One ball, no strikes. Next pitch on the way is taken outside, sinker for ball two. Dodgers desperately trying to get back on the winning side of this and win a series. Since being swept by Atlanta, this is not a good road trip at all. They're currently 1-4. The pitch on the way, swung on. There's a shot down to the second baseman. Torres will pick it up, throw over to first, and that'll do it for Ohtani on the 4-3 putout. Keith is playing first base for the Tigers today. And up comes Tommy Edman. Edman this season in 59 games, hitting .266, 5 home runs and 27 ribbies. One out, just the start of things after a long 1-hour rain delay. His pitch is taken for a strike to Edman on the curveball. 0-1 the count to Edman. Pitches a ground ball over the head of Farmer. Nice backhanded by Torres. Round second, throws him out. So Torres getting 2 putouts already in the first 2 at-bats. 4-3 putout on that one, and there's now 2 outs, and up comes Mookie Betts. So Valdez, 5 pitches and 2 outs. The pitch to Betts, taken for a strike, a sinker. Valdez, 5'11", 230 pounds, out of Dominican Republic. The 1-0-1 pitch is taken for ball. Curveball misses. It's now 1-1 to Mookie. One and one the count to Mookie. The pitch. There's a line shot down to third baseman, backhanded, long throw over to get him, and that'll do it. Third baseman McGongle, he's now playing third, was at short in the first 2 games, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the first half of the series. First half of the inning. The score, Dodgers 0, Tigers coming up. For the Tigers, first 3 hitters that'll be facing Glasnow will be Torres, Keith, and McGongle. Set the defensive lineup for the Tigers. It's McCallahan at left field. Baez is at short. So they really shuffled around this lineup. Same cast of characters for the most part, except they've just moved them different positions. So Callahan is now at left field. Center field has been Clark for the last 3 games. 2 games he stays in there for the 3rd game. And Malgeri gets the bench. And in comes McKinstry. He's playing right field. At third base, it's McGongle. He had been at short. Baez is at short. He had been in left field. Torres is at second. Keith is at first base. Torkelson's on the bench. and Dingler remains behind the plate. Valdez on the mound. The DH is Lee today, so a little bit of a shifting here and there for the Tigers. For the Dodgers, defensively, it'll be Teoscar in left, Kike in center, Tucker in right, Rojas is at third base, Betts at shortstop, Edmonds at short, Freeman at first, Rovert behind the plate, and Glasnow is on the mound. Ohtani is the DH. So Glasnow up on the mound and ready to go. First pitch on the way. Taken for a strike. Fastball. The pitch is taken for a strike. Fastball. It's now 0-2 to Torres. Torres has played a big part in this series, hitting a couple of key doubles in this game. He greeted Skubal with the very first at-bat, a double to dead center field on Friday. Pitch is swung on and missed and actually fouled back. 0-2 the count remains to Torres. Waiting on deck is Keith. The 0-2 pitch, swung on. There's a ground ball hit down to Mookie. He fields it cleanly, throws over in time to Freeman at first, and that'll do it. 6-3 put out. Glasnow now has got the first out. So 4 pitches, 1 out, not bad at all. Okay. Now comes Keith. The last couple of games came in late as a pinch hitter, but today he gets the start. The pitch, taken for a strike on the fastball. 0-1. Welcome in, Stephen and Ellis in the chat. Pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit down to second baseman. Edmund throws over to Freeman in time for out number 2. Is Glasnow 6'8"? 6'8". Not sure what you mean, JT. I know you don't mean the height. Maybe 6'8" record. The pitch is high. Fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. This season, McGonkel is hitting 131 in 131 games, hitting 276. He figures to be the AL Rookie of the Year. 14 home runs, 57 ribbies. There's a ground ball, nice cleanly played by Betts. Throws over to Freeman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Glasnow. So both sides go 1-2-3 as we move to the top of the second inning. Okay, poll questions up. Oh, tall. No, he's not that tall. Not at all. He is, I didn't think you meant that. Let me see though. Let me give you an actual height and weight on him. Thanks for asking. You're exactly right. 6 feet 8 inches, 225 pounds. I never would have guessed it. Nice pool, JT. If you would have asked me how tall is Glasnow, I would have said, about 6'2", 6'2", 6'3". I would not have. He just does not look it. He wears it well at 225 pounds. Usually you'll see a player. Who do they play that hit that home run off of, hit that, oh, I know, the center fielder for the Pirates. That guy looked every bit 6 feet 7 inches, standing at the plate. Center fielder for the Pirates. His name escapes me now, but never would have guessed Glasnow. Like the big unit, he obviously looks 6'9", but Glasnow, that is a real big surprise. Thank you, JT. I totally escaped me. Okay, back to live action. Freeman to the plate. There's a ground ball foul down the first baseline on the sinker. Oh, and 1 the count to Freeman. The pitch. Swung on. Foul. So 0-2 the count to Freeman. Valdez has now thrown 2 pitches, so he got out of that first inning only throwing 8 pitches, and Glasnow got it out of that first inning throwing, I believe, under 10. So both pitchers come out hot on their game in the first inning. Let's see how it plays out. The 0-2 pitch to Freeman is low for ball 1 on sinker. Welcome in, Josh. Welcome back to the chat. One 2 pitch is low to Freeman for 2-2. Pitch. Oh, that sinker. Freeman got lucky on that. That looks, yeah, that was a strike, but Tigers didn't challenge it. So the count is 3-2 to Freddie. He gets new life up there. 3-2 the pitch to Freeman. The pitch is ball 4. So they missed and walked him. And up comes Teoscar Hernandez. Teo hitting .245, 11 home runs and 44 ribbies. Freeman away from first base. No score here in the first inning. Or actually in the second inning. We're in the second. Pitch is a swung on and missed by Teoscar on the curveball. 0-1 to Teoscar. No outs in the second. Freeman aboard on a walk. Strike, 95-mile-an-hour pitch. 0-2 the count to Teoscar. So Teoscar from the Dominican Republic, and so is Valdez. 2 countrymen facing each other right here. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Valdez gets the better of the round 1 of the 2. There's now 1 out. Speaking of Ohtani, who knows? They initially said he would be getting a start in this game to go about maybe 2 or 3 innings, and then they delayed and pulled that off the table. Pitch on the way to Rojas is a changeup for ball 1. That was a last-minute decision not to have him go out there. They're going to have him go out there and pitch maybe 1 or 2 innings and then have Glasnow take over. And then they said, well, we'll wait till we get back home to Dodger Stadium and see how that goes. So 1-0 to Rojas. The pitch is in the dirt. Curveball misses. It's now 2-0. Good one. Thank you, Torbon, that's exactly who I meant, was Cruz, center fielder for the Pirates, 6'7" gentleman. Thank you so much for that. Pitch is fouled back by Rojas on the sinker. Oh, yeah. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Rojas. Freeman away from first, 1 out. We're in the second inning. No score. Pitch is taken for a strike on the sinker. It's now 2-2. But you're right, who knows? Ohtani does need a jump start at the plate. There's a pitch. It's a line shot. It's going to go down the line and in the left field corner. Freddie Freeman rounding second, and he'll cruise and hold up at third as Ross gets a double. Rojas. So Rojas is at second. Freeman's at third on the double by Rojas, and there's 1 out. So all we need here is a scoring fly ball at the very least to get on the board. Let's see what the Dodgers can do. And it'll be Tucker's job up there. Tucker this season in 128 games, .230 average, 11 home runs, 57 RBI, ribbies, and let's see what he can do. Can he drive him home? Even a ground ball to second base, hit it to the other side of the field. There's a big swing and a miss. Its count is 0-1. The count to Tucker. 1 out in the second inning. Dodgers have a golden opportunity to get a couple of runs here with 2 men in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch. Low, they're going to check over at third, and he's going to say swing. No swing. So it's 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch to Tucker. Swung on and fouled away on the sinker. It's now 1-2. That's right. Good point, Stephen. You're on the road. This is on the road again, Tucker. And this will be your last game on the road for a few games as the Dodgers return home. The curveball's low in the dirt for ball 2. Reminder, Dodgers will be going home after this game, have a day off tomorrow, and take on the Cardinals on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then a weekend series against the Nationals. The 2-2 pitch is low. They're going to check at third. Oh, they're going to say swing. Struck him out. So down goes Tucker. He thought he held up enough, and the third base umpire said, nope, you didn't. You went out too far. And now there's 2 outs, and you could kiss the scoring fly ball hopes goodbye on that one. And now there's 2 outs. 2 men remain on, and up comes Kike. Kike, first start in center field today, hitting .225, 2 home runs, and 5 ribbies. We need 7 right here, Kike. The pitch on the way is a strike on the sinker. Kike had a couple of clutch hits. He had one on Friday, coming off the bench, pinch hitting. 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch is swung on and missed on the sinker. It's now 0-2. And Valdez is 1 strike away from getting out of this little jam he put himself in. He's got a .273 average with 2 solo home runs versus Valdez. But right now, Valdez has the advantage on him with an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Kike, and the Dodgers leave 2 men stranded on base and waste the double by Rojas. The score after an inning and a half, Dodgers 0, Tigers coming up. And for the Tigers, coming up in that second inning, it'll be Dingler, the catcher, Callahan, left fielder, and McKinstry, former Dodger, in right field. By the way, to finish that homestand, after the weekend series with the Nationals, then come the Reds. So the Dodgers have 9 straight games at Dodger Stadium. So this is Tucker's last game to shine if he's going to keep being on the road Tucker and not just slumping Tucker all the way. After that, then they hit the road. But 9-game homestand for the Dodgers coming up against the Cardinals, the Nationals, and the Reds. Thank you all who have subscribed. I'm now at 3,333. Thank you all. Poll question is up. 82% that have voted say the Dodgers will win. People tend, I've noticed the last 2 games, including this one, the early count tends to come heavily in for the Tigers and then tapers off as the game goes on. Okay, 1-1 series tied. Glasnow's first pitch to Dingler is taken for a strike. This season, Dingler hitting in 125 games, hitting .252, 26 home runs and 82 ribbies. The 0-1 pitch is swung on. There's a foul. Oh, and 2 the count to Dingler. Pitch is taken, strike. Oh, they're going to say. Okay, Dodgers thought they got him out. Nope. Half swing, no swing. And it's now 1-2 to Dingler. On this road trip, record in 1-run games, Dodgers are 1-4. And that's pitch on the way is taken for strike 3 on the knuckle curve. I think that would have been also a ball 2, but Tigers aren't going to challenge. And there's 1 out in the second inning. The pitch to Callahan is taken outside. Fastball for ball 1. That's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. .03 OPP average versus curveball. Glasnow. 1-0 pitch is way outside, and the fastball, it's now 2-0. 1 out. We're in the second inning, bottom of the second inning. No score in this game. Dodgers blew a golden opportunity in that top of the second. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the second baseman. Edman picks it up, throws over to Freeman in time. 4-3 put out. Dodgers had 2 men on. Runners on second and third, 1 out, and failed to bring home even 1 run. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt them later in the game. Let's see how it plays out. McKinstry now comes to the plate. This season in 109 games, hitting .215, 4 home runs. He played 3 seasons with the Dodgers. Trying to hurt his former team right now at the plate. 2 outs in the second. Pitch is high. Fastball for ball one. Pitch is high for ball two. Welcome in, Jess. Jess is in the chat. Always good to see people coming in, getting in there, involving. Moneyman still no show. Pitch 2-0. He came in late to the game yesterday. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was a fastball. You're right. That was a double by Rojas. Three balls and 1 strike. In case you missed it yesterday, 38-year-old Kenley Jensen got the win, beating the Dodgers. He threw to one batter, was the pitcher of record. Tigers came up bottom of the 9th and won the game, and Jensen gets the win. 3 balls, 2 strikes to McKinstry. He's been here for 4 seasons. And now Rovert is going to go out to the mound and have a word with Glasnow. 3-2 the count, 2 outs, second inning. And I guess there's some communication problems Glasnow is having with his device, so umpires out there along with Rovert trying to get it squared away. Actually, good question. These songs that I play, if I had any other song on YouTube rights, that flag me for it, and so that's why you're hearing the same old song. Sorry about that. Apologize on the music not being to things everyone would know. Here's a high fly ball moving over in left field. It's going to be foul. So Hernandez gave it a good running try. By the time he got there, it fell just in front of him. 3-2 the count. But thank you for wanting to give a musical request. One time when I first started new, I was showing, see how they have the game tracker on that you're watching? There's a little commercial flagged upon that I had no power over, and they flagged me for that, saying that's not allowed, and so whatever. So 3-2, the pitch swung on and missed, and Glasnow strikes out McKinstry, and that'll do it. So the end of 2 innings, the score, Dodgers 0, Tigers 0. As Glasnow is working on a no-hitter. I know it's only 2 innings, but we got to look at some positive light, right? We got to find something somewhere, silver lining in the cloud. The cloud being the 1-4 road trip for the Dodgers. Coming up, it'll be Rovert, 9th hitter, followed by the top of the order, Ohtani and Edman. Yeah, see, Alice, if I put the Eagles on, that would get me a scolding. Yeah, or somewhat. You're right, Stephen. Very much looks good. I think, what did he go, 5 innings last time and got rocked pretty hard. So, yes, this is a much, much better inning, a start by Glasnow out of the box here. First 2 innings. Pitch count, pitch count, pitch count. So important like JT was saying yesterday, location, 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 along with, like, with real estate. So very good. So Rovert ready to hop in there. Rovert waiting in. Valdez has thrown 30 pitches in the first 2 innings. Pitch on the way is high for, no, they got it a strike. So a sinker for strike 1. This season in 15 games, Rovert hitting 174. No home runs and 1 ribby. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on a high fly ball. Clark's out there in center. He's under it. He's got it for out number 1. 1 out, just the start of the 3rd inning. No score. Dodgers and Tigers. We got off to a late 1-hour rain delay today. Ohtani to the plate. The pitch is low. Ball 1 on the sinker. One ball, no strikes to Ohtani. The 1-0 pitch. Taken for a strike on the sinker. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Low slider. 87 mile an hour slider. It's 2-1 now. Two one fouled away as 4 is now in the chat. Tells us scoring off of Valdez isn't as tough as everyone thinks. A couple of stolen bases, some bloop singles, and he gets so frustrated his entire game falls apart. Massive talent, 0 professional maturity. So that the early scouting report from 4 in the chat. The Dodgers, even though that does sound good, we saw the Dodgers get a double and leave 2 men on, and Valdez got out of that jam. Curveball is inside. It's now 3-2. But thank you for the rundown. Always appreciate giving scouting reports on players, particularly from the other team that I'm not familiar with. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. 1 out, we're in the 3rd. Pitch is swung on and fouled away at the plate. 79 mile an hour curveball. So Ohtani's got to get it together at the plate. Especially pitches swung on. He hits it hard on the button to the first baseman, Keith, for the out. See, that's encouraging. I like when he's at least getting a good rip and a hold of the ball rather than just lazily swinging awkwardly and striking out. I know they're both outs, but contact there. Guess what I'm trying to say is not all outs are created equal. Valdez, 40th pitch on the way. The pitch is taken for a ball. Edman up there, he's 0 for 1 in his first at-bat. Tigers challenge that and win the challenge. It's now going to be reverted from a ball to a strike, and it's now 0-1 to Edman. Some light rain starts to fall here. Fans starting to move around, getting the rain gear out. Curveball, it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. It figures to have a light drizzle throughout this game off and on. We got off already to a 1 hour delay. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Edmond. 2 outs. The pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Edmond. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Again, after this game, Dodgers go home, get some rest on Monday, and then get ready for a 9-game homestand versus the Cardinals, Nationals, and the Reds. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, curveball, 2-2. Good one, who knows? Can't go wrong with Will Smith. There's talk about if and when Freeman, whenever he retires, of moving Will Smith over to first base. There's a ground shot down to the shortstop. Baez picks it up, throws over in time to Keith to get him, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 put out for the Dodgers in the top of the third. The score after 2.5. Dodgers 0, Tigers 0. Glasnow coming to the mound to face Lee, Clark, and Baez. In fact, Glasnow, not only has he not given up a hit through 2 innings, he's yet to even have a base runner on. So he's pitching a perfect game in the first 2 innings. Much, much better than his last outing. Alice asked the group, everyone, care to share who your favorite Dodger is? So if you're in the chat, she wants you to tell her who your favorite Dodger is. Even if you're not in the chat, if you're watching one of the 80 viewers, maybe you want to chime in with just who your favorite Dodger is. We got DJ that's in there now. Ohtani's my favorite, so DJ comes out of the shadows and lets his voice be heard. Thank you very much, DJ, being in the chat. Any other 80 people want to chime in? So we're just about ready to get things going here in the bottom of the third for the Tigers coming up. The pitch on the way to Lee is taken for a fastball, 95-mile-an-hour fastball for a ball 1. This season, Lee, he's the DH today, in 90 games, hitting .268, 7 home runs and 33 ribbies. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lee. Lee out of New Taipei, Taiwan, at the plate. Rookie year, having a really nice season. The 1-1 pitch, taken for a strike. A slider, 88-mile-an-hour slider. It's now 1-2. Kike. So Robert comes in, says his favorite is Kike. Can't go wrong with Kike. Good one there, Robert. The 1-2 pitch Swung on and missed. And down goes Lee. And Glasnow is now put out the first 7 guys he's faced in this game for out number 1 in the third. Pitches in the dirt, fastball for ball 1. Max Clark up there in 26 games, hitting .250, 2 home runs and 13 ribbies. The 1-0 pitch. Little high. Sinker misses for ball 2. So Clark has 21 stolen bases, or that's his this season in AAA. He's really looked really good player I've seen. There's a high fly ball hit to center field, moving over quickly. Oh, Kike to make the catch. What a nice diving catch by Kike. Robert, your man comes through in a big way with that one in center field. Nice center field diving catch by Kike. So he robs the center fielder in Clark to keep Tyler Glasnow's perfect game intact. 2 outs in the third inning. So that would have been easily a double, maybe a triple, the way Clark can motor around the bases. Nice diving catch by Kike in center field. Baez to the plate. The 9th hitter to come up. Pitch is low for ball 2. Fastball low. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-0 pitch swung on and missed on the sinker. It's now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Baez. 2 outs in the third, no score. Pitch is taken for a strike on the slider. It's now 2-2. Not a bad idea there, who knows, putting Kike as a regular center fielder until Pages gets back. Here's a high fly ball. It'll be an easy pop-up. Getting under it is Edman. He'll make the catch, and that'll do it. And Glasnow remains perfect through 3 innings here in Comerica Park on thanks to a diving catch by Kike. The score after 3 complete innings, Dodgers 0, Tigers 0. For the Dodgers, coming up in the top of the 4th inning, it'll be Betts, followed by Freeman, and then Teoscar. So the Dodgers, to all the talk about how perfect Glasnow's been, yet to allow a base runner or a hit, Valdez has only given up 1 hit, and that was a double by Freddie Freeman, and the Dodgers stranded him. No, check that. A double by Rojas, and they stranded Rojas at second and Freddie Freeman at third in that inning. Dia Los Dodgers night, Tuesday, September the 8th. 7:10 start versus the Reds. Exclusive bobblehead with a special ticket pack. So that's a bobblehead Dia de los Dodgers promotion. And up comes Mookie Betts. In a scoreless game, in the 4th inning, we go. Valdez is only allowed 1 hit. Pitch is a ground ball, first ball swinging, hit there to Baez at short, throws over to Keith at first, and that'll do it. 6-3 put out is done. We're in the 4th inning, 1 out, and up comes Freddie Freeman. Valdez has thrown 46 pitches. The pitch on the way to Freeman is taken for a strike on the sinker. It's now 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Freeman. Low slider for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Freeman. 1 out. We're in the 4th inning in a scoreless game. The 1-1 pitch lifted down the corner in left field. Actually just cut off there nicely by the left fielder. So it'll be a base hit. Callahan picks that up. It was just down the line, and Freeman's aboard with a single, and that's Valdez's 2nd hit he's given up. So Freddie answers the call and gets a base hit. Up comes Teoscar now on Valdez's 50th pitch. Swung on and missed. This is a rematch of the Dominican pitcher versus the Dominican hitter. Valdez won the first one, striking out Teoscar. Let's see what happens in round 2. 0-1 the count to Teoscar. Inside sinker for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out in the 4th, 1 on. Freddie just got that base hit into left field down the line. Pitch swung on and missed. A big swing on that. A curveball, 79-mile-an-hour curveball. And now Teoscar's back to the wall with a 1-2 count. Remember, he struck out his last time up. You don't want to fall down 2 times striking out to Valdez. Let's see what he does. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Teoscar. Swung on. There's a shot base hit into center field, and rounding second and moving to third quickly is Freeman, and Teoscar wins round 2. Well, that one facing Valdez, and now the Dodgers got a man in scoring position again with 1 out. All we need is that scoring fly ball. And up comes Rojas. Rojas doubled in his last at-bat. Freeman is at third. Teoscar is at first, and Rojas is to the plate with 1 out in the 4th inning. Good job, Teoscar. Pitch to Rojas is right down the middle, a changeup for strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count to Rojas. Swung on, lifted a high fly ball. This is going to be deep enough in right field to get in Freddie. In front of the warning track, he catches it, throws it in. By the time McKinstry throws that ball in, Freddie Freeman's walking in to score 1-0 Dodgers lead. So Rojas delivers again. He got a double in his first at-bat, and here he gets a long scoring fly ball to right to bring Freeman home. Teoscar stays at first base. He had no choice. And now there's 2 outs in the 4th inning. So now comes Tucker. He struck out in his first at-bat, hitting .229. Pitch is fouled away at the plate. Take care. Who knows? We'll see you in a moment when you get back. 0-1 the count to Tucker. The 0-1 pitch is low, sinker. Misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Glasnow has 3 strikeouts, has yet to allow a base runner for the Dodgers, and their curveball's taken for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tucker. 1 on, 2 outs. Dodgers got a run just now on a scoring fly ball by Rojas, bringing home Freddie Freeman to make it 1-0 in the 4th inning. 2-1. It's held up on the half swing. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. If you're just joining us a little late and wondering why is this game only in the 4th inning, should be almost over. We had a 1-hour rain delay. So this game didn't get started till about an hour ago, 11:35. 3-1 pitch is swung on, foul down the first base line. 3-2 the count remains to Tucker. 2 out in the 4th inning. 1 on, Dodgers lead 1-0. So 4 letting us know even more. Notice the reaction from Farmer off the first hit from Teoscar. He has no chill when he loses control even before the first run scores. So 3-2 count. Let's see if he can get out of this one on his 61st pitch. So his pitch count is starting to get a little high up there. He got out of the first 2 innings cheaply enough. There's a ground ball sharply down to the first baseman. He'll do it himself, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 4th inning. But they get 1 run on 2 hits. The score, Dodgers 1, Tigers 0. And for the Tigers, coming up to face Glasnow, it'll be Torres, Keith, and McGonkle. This is the top of the order now. So all these guys saw Glasnow already once. Keep in mind, Glasnow is yet to allow a base runner, yet to allow a hit through 3 innings. He struck out 3 guys. Tucker, our $100 million man. Yeah, $100 million man out. So, be interesting to see. Remember, the Dodgers, what do the Dodgers do with Tucker when playoff time comes if he doesn't even snap out of this? They weren't shy on pulling the trigger with Conforto, but he wasn't nearly making as much money as Tucker. Pulling the trigger and benching him, I mean. Good question, Ellis. Let me ask AI on the fly on that, because I keep getting mixed up with him and AR's big contract. How many years did Tucker sign for the Dodgers?
Kyle Tucker signed a 4-year contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
4-year contract for $240 million. Thank you, you beat me to it. Okay, Glasnow back up on the mound and ready to go. 34th pitches he's thrown, has Glasnow. Pitches taken for a strike. Pitches a ground ball, sharply base hit, and there's your first base runner, first hit of the game for the Tigers as Torres is aboard at first base. So he hit that sharply down into center. And up comes Keith. Keith grounded out in his first at-bat. Cole Keith, 0 for 1. Pitch, he squares off to bunt, then he pulls back. They throw over to first. Tag by Freeman's too late, but a nice throw by Rovert. Heads up, making Torres, keeping Torres on his toes at first base. 0-1 the count to Keith. See if he's going to square off to bunt again. And he does not. Ooh, it bounces and hits Rovert in the mask. The ball gets away from him, and moving over is Torres to second. And they're going to hold him up, make him go back to second. That ball came off the dirt and came up and plunked Rovert right in the mask and got away from him. And by the time it came off of the mask, Torres moved over to second, tried to take third. Oh, the ball went into the dugout, I see. So the ball went into the dugout. That's why they made him go back to second base. Ball was dead. Didn't see that angle. It's a 1-1 count now to Keith. He's at the plate. Torres is at second base in scoring position in a 1-0 Dodger lead. The 1-1 pitch is taken for a strike on the sinker. It's now 1-2. Tigers challenged that. That wasn't even close to being a strike. So the Tigers are now down to their one challenge the rest of the game. Two balls, one strike to Keith. Actually, my bad, that was a ball. So they do win the challenge. They keep both of their challenges. So the ump was the one that called that a strike initially, and they challenged. Okay, getting it straight. 2-2 the count now to Keith, so Tigers do have both of their challenges left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is swung on and missed. Doesn't matter. Challenge, no challenge, not. He strikes him out. Nice one by Glasnow on his 41st pitch of the game. And now there's 1 out here in the 4th inning. And up comes McGonkel. He's playing third base today. He had played shortstop the previous 2 games. They put him at third now. Baez is at short. The pitch is taken low on the sinker for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to McGonkel. Torres is at second base. in scoring position. McGonkel's 0 for 1, grounded out his first at bat. Pitch is taken for a ball on the slider, misses. It's now 2-0. Glasnow has now thrown 43 pitches. So pitch count isn't a concern as of now. He's done really well. Pitch is taken for a strike. It's 2-1 on the fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Two balls, one strike to McGonkel. Pitch is a foul, grounded foul back to the backstop. It's now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. High slider misses. It's now full count, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. The count is full here. Torres away from second base. And now there's a timeout in the action. 1-0 Dodgers lead. We're in the fourth inning, but there's a man in scoring position for the Tigers at second base. That's Torres. He doubled. Actually, he didn't double. He singled, and then he got to second on a wild pitch by Glasnow. 3-2 the count. The pitch swung on and fouled down the first baseline. Count remains full at 3-2. One out in the fourth. You're right. His pitch count is starting to get up there, particularly in this inning. He's at 47. He only has one out. It's a 3-2 count, and McGonkel fouling off pitch after pitch is... There's a ground ball hit sharply, base hit, and in comes Torres as he's rounding third. And by the time Teoscar picks it up and throws it in, this game is tied as Torres scores. McGonkel's at first base with that RBI single. And we're tied at 1 apiece. So he hit that ball just into center field past Mookie. Left center, the ball went. Glasnow's now thrown 48 pitches. Dingler to the plate. One on, one out, throw over to first. Diving back is McGonkel. Pitch is fouled away, swung on. Max is in the chat. Welcome in, Max. Come on, Dodgers. Win this game. We need every game we can get. Max isn't wrong with that comment. This game, you need to start winning these games you should win. And a 1-4 road trip as of now for the Dodgers isn't cutting it. The 0-1 pitch, high for ball 1 to Dingler. It's now 1-1. On his 50th pitch. Pitch, there's a pitch, a throw down. They got him at second base. What a nice throw by Rovert, cutting down the base runner. McGonkel, the second for said McGonkel is one of the bright spots on a disappointing Detroit lineup. Almost guaranteed AL Rookie of the Year and future OBP King gets thrown out stealing by Rovert with a beautiful throw. So a nice throw by Rovert and a tag by Edman at second to get him. And now there's two outs, and that'll make it a little easier on Glass now, as a knuckle curve goes for a strike. It's now 2-2. Two and two. This pitch is high. Real. I never heard the name Kyle Tucker until the end of last season. What did he do to get a 4-year, $240 million contract? I got to agree 100% with you, Real. I'm right there with you on both counts. And there's a ball 4, a sinker misses, and Dingler's aboard with a walk. Thankfully, the Dodgers, Rovert and Edman combined for that put out of McGonkel at second base. Otherwise, the Tigers would have 2 men on with 1 out. Now they got 1 on with 2 outs. And Glasnow's pitch count is up to 54. Callahan, the left fielder, coming up. He grounded out his first at bat. So a pitch clock violation on Glasnow, and that'll be ball 1 to Callahan. Don't really see a whole lot of pitch count violations. That's one of them right there on Glasnow. Okay, 1 ball, no strikes, and now it's 2 balls and no strikes on the fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Pitch count is now up to 55. Two balls, no strikes to Callahan. There's a high pop-up, fly but deep. That's more than a pop-up. There in left field waiting for it is Teoscar right in front of the warning track to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Tigers. But they get even with 2 hits in the inning and tie the score up with 1 run. The score after 4 complete innings, Dodgers 1, Tigers 1. We move to the 5th. And in the 5th, it'll be Teoscar, followed by Rovert, and then the top of the order. Take that, not Teoscar, it'll be Kike, followed by Rovert, and then Ohtani. I think in baseball, Real, all contracts are guaranteed. I could be wrong, but I think the only place you really don't see guarantees is in football. They've started to do that with some players, but for the most part, football, nothing's really guaranteed. Baseball, yes, especially with a strong union like the MLB. You're going to see contracts guaranteed. Okay, back to live action. Valdez on the mound. The first pitch is taken for a strike to Kike. Kike 0 for 1. He struck out in his last at-bat. 0-1 the count to Kike. The pitch swung on and missed. A high-riding fastball. The count is now 0-2. Valdez has thrown 63 pitches. So Kike, who struck out already in his last at-bat, is back to the wall here with an 0-2 count. The pitch is in the dirt. Curveball misses, and it's now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kike. The pitch is taken for a ball. That's now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit down to foul. Foul down the third baseline. And Kike will come back up there in a 2-2 count. So Marcello chimes in, says Tucker's got a new city, new teammates, new baby born. He's been a disappointment for sure, but I think he'll turn it around. He's well liked in the clubhouse and has a lot of teammates behind him. So those are all valid points, especially when you have the luxury of being on a 2-time defending world championship team. That tends to help out, meaning you got some veterans who have been there before and know what it takes to win, so you're not immediately pressed in to be the man right away. I get that. Thank you, Marcello, for chiming in. 2-2. Count swung on and missed, and down goes Kike on the curveball. And another valid point there by Real that Tucker looks lackadaisical fielding and hitting. He's kind of like Pete Best. Old Beatles reference. Or the fifth Beatle, if I'm not mistaken. Pitch is high, taken for a strike to Rovert. The fifth Beatle. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Low curveball to Rovert. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Rovert making a dandy throw to Edman to nail McGonagall at second base. Valdez's 70th pitch is lifted to blooper base hit into center field. So Rovert not only contributing behind the plate with his arm, now comes up with a bat and gets a base hit. 1 out single. Nice job. Big bang on the bongo for that guy. That was the first Real, your point about him being lackadaisical. That was the first thing that caught my eye. Right after when he crashed into a fence and miss a ball, he'd kind of just go after it, ho-hum, and not hustle after that ball to throw it in. Pitch on the way to Ohtani's taking a curveball inside for ball 1. Sure, you're going to have tough times at the plates. The hardest thing to do in baseball is hit a round ball with a round bat. But on the field, you got to go all out there, diving after balls and hair on fire 100 miles an hour to get it. Swung on and missed. A big swing and a miss by Ohtani on that one. He tried to put the Dodgers ahead with that big swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Ohtani. Big swing and a miss again on the sinker. So Ohtani's not cheated on this at-bat. He's gotten some nice 2 big rips up there. If he can just get a hold of one of those, it's going to keep going. That ball will be in the seats for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ohtani. 1 out. We're in the 5th with 1 on. Rovert just got a single. The pitch. High riding fastball, strike 3, and Ohtani gave it 3 big rips, came up empty on all of them, and down he goes with a strikeout. And up comes Edman. So at least Ohtani wasn't cheated at that at-bat. Oh, and 2 the count to Edman. 2 ground outs in this game. 2 outs now in the 5th with 1 on in a 1-1 tie. Pitch is in the dirt, in the sinker for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Edman. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to the second baseman. Baez throws the short way to Torres at second, and that'll do it for the Dodgers. Force out is in the books. The score at the end of 4.5, Dodgers 1, Tigers 1. And coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Tigers, it will be McKinstry, Lee, and Clark. You're right, Marshall. Confidence is everything. Tucker just needs to get his mojo back, hopefully in time for the playoffs. So Marshall is really not backing off of supporting Tucker, which is good. That's what a good fan does. He's doing his job. Got to get behind. Remember in his last, just before the Dodgers went on that road trip, the fans tried to all give him a standing ovation to pump up his confidence and get him to go. Hopefully. So Dodgers fans as well as the Dodgers have tried different things to kickstart Kyle Tucker's performance this year. It just may be a year of transition, getting things together a whole year and come back next year. Jason says, if anyone thinks Ohtani's coming out of this slump, you're out of your effing mind. He is flat out done. Terrible. So Jason comes in swinging hard, much of like what Ohtani just did at the plate, and he came up empty, did Ohtani. So some good chat of baseball going on in the chat room. If you're one of the 119 viewing that hasn't voiced your opinion on the Dodgers, feel free to get in there and vote, or at least make your voice heard. The voting, speaking of that, who will win? 72% say the Dodgers will win. So if you haven't yet voted on that, go ahead and let your voice be heard. Once again, thank you all for spending part of Sunday with us. I know we got off to a late start. Glasnow threw 22 pitches in that 4th inning. So that was his highest by 4 in the first 3 innings. And now he's up there facing McKinstry as we're in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch is taken. Fastball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike. Pitch is in the dirt, knuckle curve for ball 1. One ball, one strike to McKinstry. Dodgers are 1-4 in this road trip. And also, all those 5 games were by 1 run. Two balls, one strike to McKinstry. Swung on a high fly ball. Out there's Tucker. He's waiting under it. He's got it for out number 1 in the 5th inning. So 1 out in the 5th inning. Glasnow's now thrown 60 pitches. So his pitch count is still low enough to continue to go the distance. Even though he got a little bit out of whack in the 4th inning, he is still right there. Meanwhile, looking at the standings, Dodgers have been caught by the Braves. They're both 4 games behind the Brewers. Pitch is taken for a strike on the slider. It's 0-1 count to Lee. Pitch is fouled on the slider. It's now 0-2. 1 out in the 5th and a 1-1 tie. Ford chimes in, says, I watched Skubal pitch a complete game shutout against Cleveland last year in less than 100 pitches, a la Maddox. His final pitch in the 9th is a 103-mile-an-hour fastball. And there's a swung on and missed strikeout. Down goes Lee for out number 2. So 4 is predicting that Skubal will kick it into overdrive in the playoffs. Let's hope he's right. And now there's 2 outs here in the 5th inning. You were right, Marshall. That's what Robert said. He's playing the long game. He only allowed Skubal to throw 83 pitches in his last start, and he took him out. Dodgers eventually won that game on Friday night, but the fact that he only allowed him to go 83 pitches. Owen won the count to Clark. Clark is 0 for 1. He was robbed on a nice diving catch in his last at-bat by Kike in center field. Glasnow's now thrown 64 pitches. Let's see if he can make quick work of Clark right here. Swung on and fouled away. It's now 0-2 on the fastball. He's still got it, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. We're in the 5th inning. Oh and 2, swung on and missed, and Glasnow strikes out Clark to get out of the 5th inning. Nice job of pitching by Glasnow. 65 pitches in the game so far. The score after 5 complete, Dodgers 1, Tigers 1. As we approach the 6th inning, this is the even Steven inning right here. Dodgers will come alive. He proclaimed it in the 6th. So in that 6th, it'll be Betts, Freeman, and Teoscar. If you're enjoying the broadcast, hit the thumbs up button. That'll help push this game out to the algorithms and get some more people in here to enjoy it with us. 71% of the people have voted, said the Dodgers will win. If you're enjoying my job, doing you the play-by-play work of this game, the camera angles, everything you see involved with it, subscribe to the channel. Tune into more. I'll be doing also NFL as well as college football, giving you the same enthusiastic words eye view, play-by-play action of that. So maybe you're a Tiger fan, not interested in watching Dodger baseball. I'll be covering the NFL as well. So once again, thank you all for being here and spending part of the Sunday with us. I know that you have other things that you could be doing or other channels to watch. So much appreciated to all of you. So Valdez, ready to go out there. He's pitched 77 pitches so far. 50 of them have been strikes. He'll be facing Betts right here. Okay, Valdez on the mound now. 76 pitches he's thrown. His first pitch on the way to Mookie is 77th, the sinker, taken for ball 1. Mookie's 0 for 2, grounded out twice, hitting .238. This is the Steven inning of the 6th. Let's see if he can come through with us. Still looking for Steven out there. 7, the pitch on the way is taken for a strike. It's now 1-1 count. 2. 1-1 to Mookie. Pitch on the way. Swung on and lifted foul and out of play. It's now 1-2 on the sinker. The 1-2 pitch to Mookie's fouled back to the backstop. One ball, 2 strikes to Mookie. 1-1 tie in the 6th inning. Valdez, 80th, he's pitched 80 pitches. His 81st pitch is on the way. 2-2 the count to Mookie. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Nice. Just to get a hold of that curveball to make it go foul. It's now 2-2. Two balls, two strikes to Mookie. The pitch. Swung on. Fouled back and out of play. Two balls, two strikes to Mookie. No outs in the sixth inning and a 1-1 tie. Here's a high pop-up. It's going to be foul. Moving over quickly is Keith. He's got it in foul territory right near the tarp to make a nice catch on Valdez' 84th pitch of the game. And up comes Freddie Freeman. In case you joined us late, Glasnow's been dealing really well. He's struck out 6, 1 walk he's allowed, only given up 2 hits, and the 1 run in a 1-1 tie. Freeman to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He scored the lone Dodger run. Pitch is low for ball 1. He came in on the scoring fly ball by Rojas. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out in the 6th, and a 1-1 tie. The 1-0 pitch to Freeman is swung on and missed on the curveball. It's now 1-1. One pitch is lifted to the left field. Moving over is Callahan. He's looking. It's going to be well foul. He gave it a good look and it back into the stands. And the count remains 1-2. And Valdez getting really close now to 100 pitches. So this may figure to be his last inning of work as Freeman broke his bat. He's going to get another bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Valdez has thrown 87 pitches. So if they're going to keep to that 100 limit pitch count, this figures to be his last inning of work. No sign of who's warming up in the Tiger bullpen. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul right off the mask of Dingler behind the plate. They're checking out Dingler. That ball, have to wonder about concussions that catchers take. Boom! That ball just went right off the bat of Freeman onto his mask. We talk a lot about CTE and concussions in football and never hear it talked about with catchers in baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and it's lined down fair and in the corner in right field. Freeman's going to cruise into second base with a double by the time that's picked up by McKinstry and thrown in. And he's doing his own Freddie Freeman dance at second base, wiggling around. And there's now 1 on with 1 out. Nice. So Freeman enjoys his own Freddie Freeman dance at second base on that double. And with that double, he remains at 23rd on the double list. Next up, Robin Yount. Freddie Freeman has 579 doubles. Yount 583. So he's got 4 more doubles to go to catch Yount. He should do that sometime, in September. 1 out in the 6th. 1 on. Dodgers got a man in scoring position. Here we go. Valdez is getting tired. 89 pitches. And there you see it. Tyler Kinley warming up in the Tiger bullpen. Tiger Kinley, not to be confused with Kenley Jansen, who got the win last night, former Dodger, 38-year-old. Pitched to one batter and got the win. So up comes Teoscar. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Freeman away from second base, and this next pitch will be Valdez' 90th pitch. Pitch is lifted foul and out of play on the curveball. Marshall says he played catcher. Those dingers off the mask hurt. We also got another catcher in here, JT. If he's still with us, JT can attest to that as well. 0-1 the count to Teoscar. The pitch swung on, a high fly ball hit to deep, way out and gone! Home run by Teoscar. Touch 'em all on that one. Big gong for that guy on the 2-run shot. So the Dodgers finally come alive, and where's Steven when you need him? He comes through again with a 6th inning prediction. The Dodgers bust through with 2 runs in the 6th inning to take the 3-1 lead. So well done. Teoscar, when he hit that ball, kind of just wasn't sure. He kind of gave it. Even the outfielder kind of lazily gave a look at it. Up comes Rojas to the plate. Pitches way outside in the curveball. So they catch Valdez just before they replace him on that shot. Robert comes alive with a big, nice. In the chat, Elliot's here. Welcome in, Elliot, saying finally. Yeah, right, finally, indeed, making up for that blunder, that 2-run blunder, scoring in Atlanta. So if this holds up, you're now forgiven, Teoscar, if the Dodgers can hold up. There's 12th home run this season. Rojas to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. A pitch is taken for a strike on the sinker. So Teoscar got the sunflower seed shower. He's the inventor of it, so now he's the recipient of it. In the dugout, pitch is swung on and fouled away by Rojas. So that wakes things up in a hurry here. We're in the 6th inning in a 3-1 Dodger game lead. We need this lead to hold up here, Dodger pitchers. 2-2 the count. There's a little ground ball hit down to second base, a shortstop. Baez, he throws over in time to get him at first. Keith, 6-3 put out. There's now 2 outs in the 6th. And this will be a nice way if they can end it just as is, 3-1. Get out of here with a victory. They'll win this series. The road record will be what, they're 1-4 currently, so it'll be 2-4. As they head back home. Coming up will be Tucker now, 0 for 2. Let's see if he can come through there. Marshall, all hands on deck. Tucker to the plate. 97th pitch by Valdez is taken for a strike by Tucker. 2 outs, 6th inning. T-Max even in there saying, heck yeah, damn line. About time for Teo. 1-1 the count. The ball is it's a ball in the sinker. Valdez is now at the 98 pitch count. Who knows is back on that towering shot by Teoscar to center field to shake things up here. Valdez, that pitch is fouled back by Tucker. They got Drew Summers now warming up, the lefty, and the righty Tyler Kinley. So there's 2 guys in the Tiger bullpen warming up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tucker. The 100th pitch by Valdez is fouled away on the sinker. It's now 1-2. Dodgers 3, Tigers 1. on the back of a 2-run shot by Teoscar with Freddie Freeman aboard. This game's been 1-1 for the longest time. Finally, the Dodgers break through. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and fouled away on Valdez' 101 pitch. Now would be a good time for the Dodgers to get some more insurance runs before this game's over. Not sure how long Doc plans on throwing Glasnow out there, especially since he's come back from the IL, and especially since he only let Skubal throw 83 pitches. Let's see what he does with Glasnow. One ball, 2 strikes to Tucker in a 3-1 Dodger lead in the 6th. The pitch is taken low, curveball misses for a 2 balls and 2 strike count. You're right, Marshall. Now's a good time for a right field bomb by Tucker before he returns home for a 9-game homestand. The 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball again. He's making Valdez work now. Two balls, 2 strikes to Tucker. The pitch swung on and a high fly ball, but it's going to be caught there in right field for near the wall at the warning track, and that'll do it. McKinstry goes there and catches it, and that'll do it for the Dodgers, but not before they get a 2-run shot to dead center field by Teoscar to get the Dodgers the lead at 3-1. The score after 5.5 innings, Dodgers 3, Tigers 1, as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. And in that bottom of the 6th, coming up for the Tigers, it'll be Baez, Torres, and Keith. So the 9th and then the 1 and 2 hitters in the lineup. So good one. You are on the money and correct on that. Glasnow has only thrown 66 pitches. So thank you for that on the pitch count. So even if Roberts pulled him after 83 pitches, he'd still make it into the, 7th inning. Pitch on the way is a fastball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1 to Baez. Baez at short today. He had been in left field the previous 2 games. Dodgers challenged the ball, and what's it going to be? It's going to be a strike. Dodgers will win the challenge. And it's now 0-1 to Baez. So nice challenge there by Revert behind the plate. Revert's really been on his game today. He threw a runner out stealing. Got a base hit, and now he makes a nice call at the plate to get the call reversed. 1 ball, 1 strike to Baez. The pitch swung on. There's a little ground ball hit sharply to Edman at second. Throws over to Freeman in time for the 4-3 put out, and there's 1 out. And Glasnow's now thrown 69 pitches. So very good. Very, very good on the pitch count in the 6th inning. I think Glasnow's had thrown 69 pitches by the 4th inning last time. In his last start, he was way up there with the pitch count. Pitch is a strike to Torres. Torres is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. 0-1 the count to Torres. Knuckle curve for ball 1. Dodgers 3, Tigers 1. We're in the 6th inning with 1 out. One and 2 the count to Torres. Let's see if Glasnow can sneak a fastball. It was a ground ball hit sharply. Nice one to Edman. He gloves it, throws over in time to Freeman. Another 4-3 put out. And there's 2 outs now, and Glasnow's only thrown 73 pitches. Remember, he started this game, the first 3 innings, perfect. So that helped and went a long ways in keeping his pitch count down, retiring the Tigers in order without a hit, not even a base runner in the first 3 innings. Up comes Colt Keith. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out. Pitches first ball swinging, and waiting there is Tucker for the out. Nice one. 74 pitches. Glasnow gets away with only throwing 8 pitches in the 6th. The score, Dodgers 3, Tigers 1 after 6 complete innings. Okay, so Glasnow, 74 pitches through 6 innings, so he's averaging 12, a little over 12 pitches an inning. Very good. So if he continues his average of 12 pitches an inning, he should make it easily into the 8th inning, and then see what Doc's going to do on how he's going to decide it for the 9th inning, who he's going to throw out there. Agree with you, Real. The Dodgers are on the hook for a 4-year contract on Tucker. So Roberts doesn't really have a choice but to play him, it seems. And I'd agree with you, Real, that comment from Real in the chat. Okay, top of the 7th we go, and Kike is going to lead off. And Kinley, Tyler Kinley now into the game. He's got a 3.83 ERA. And up is Kike to the plate. The pitch is outside, the curveball for ball 1. So Dodgers need some insurance runs in this inning. The 6th inning's the breakthrough inning. The 7th inning is the insurance inning. Let's see if they can get something here. Ball 2, slider low. Kike struck out in his first 2 at-bats, but that was against Valdez. No more Valdez. No more excuses, Kike. Let's go. Kike made a nice sliding, diving catch in the center field early in the game against Clark, robbing him of an extra base hit. If he doesn't catch that, that possibly could be an inside the park home run as fast as Clark moves. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Kike. 7th inning, 3-1 Dodgers lead. Here's a shot right on the button. Base hit by Kike into left field. So Kike's aboard. This is what I say you need. Insurance runs indeed, and Kike's on base, a man that runs well. And up comes Revert. Revert's had a nice game. He's thrown a man out stealing. He also got a single. So Revert playing a really nice game behind the plate for the Dodgers. 7th inning, 3-1 Dodgers lead. He squares off to bunt, foul. You're right on that, Marshall. However, he only threw 8 pitches in that 6th inning, did Glasnow. But you're right on what you're saying about pitches tend to go up in the later innings due to fatigue. And, they got Kike picked off a first, and down he goes. So Dingler caught Kike being a little too comfortable with himself, relaxing after that pitch was pitched, and he snuck a throw right behind the hitter, throw to Keith, and in time to get Kike leaning way off of the base at first, and down he goes, and Kike could only look face down into the dirt on that one, so he gets himself up. He's in the dugout now. It's okay, Kike. You'll make up for it later. I have no doubt about it in my mind. 0-2 the count to Revert. 1 out in the 7th inning. 3-1 Dodgers lead. Pitches taken for strike 3, so Revert goes down looking. Now there's 2 outs in the 7th. And Huno says this is looking like the Dodgers again. I know what you mean. In that 7-game losing streak, they were guilty of so many base running blunders. And that was definitely an example of it. 4 says Dingler's best defensive catcher in the AL. And he showed it on that one. Pitch is taken for a strike. Here's Ohtani. He's 0 for 3. Struck out in the 5th, but he wasn't cheated with his swings. He got 3 big rips going for the fences on that. Facing Kenley, a new pitcher now. The pitch is taken outside for a slider. It's now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ohtani. 2 outs in the 7th inning in a 3-1 Dodger lead. They just got that lead on a 2-run home run, in case you joined a little late, by Teoscar. Freddie Freeman was aboard, and that's how the Dodgers got their lead in this big swing and a miss by Ohtani. That swing didn't look very good. Awkwardly bent all out of shape on that. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Shohei. Jason is back, still sticking to his claim. This is a fundamentally awful baseball team. Let's see what Ohtani does here on the 2-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a ground shot down to the first baseman. He'll glove it. Underhand to the pitcher. Coming over, and that'll do it. The score after 6.5 innings, Dodgers 3, Tigers 1, as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Jason is proven right again. Okay, bottom of the 7th we go. 7th inning stretch time. Up for the Tigers, it's McGonkel, followed by Dingler and McCallahan. So Jason says, I think Ohtani's done for the season. He is hurt and absolutely awful. They're getting ready to, they were going to have him pitch a couple of innings in this game. They had it even on the lineup card. The lineup plan by Roberts was to have Ohtani start and go, I don't know how many innings, maybe 1 or 2, maybe even 3, and then pull him. But then at the last minute, I think what messed up that plan actually was the 1 hour rain delay. I think that had a pivotal part in it because he already was warmed up, ready to go, and then to warm him up again, they decided, nah, forget it. So we'll have to wait to see. 9-game homestand coming up, and let's see what they do with Ohtani on the mound. T-Mac is in there. Ohtani has been shifts for the stretch, Got T-Mac, Real, Marshall, who knows, an all-star cast of new guys in the chat. Very good. Welcome aboard. All you guys appreciate talking baseball that you've done. Very well done in today's game. Dodgers 3, Tigers 1 as the 7th inning stretch continues here in Comerica Park. On that note, Jason, some subscribe to the theory Dodgers as a whole are just pretty much going through the motions, waiting for the playoffs to start. So that is a valid point, what you make, but as a whole, the team, one has to wonder. No National League team has ever won 3 straight World Series in a row, so the Dodgers are up against history in that regard. Tyler Glasnow today, he's thrown 6 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk, all in 74 pitches. And he's out there again. He had an easy 6th inning. Guy's up there, first ball swinging, helped him out. He only threw 8 pitches in the 6th, and he's out there right now. Facey McGunkle, the future or possible AL Rookie of the Year. Let's see what he's going to do. We're in the 7th. The pitch to McGunkle's taken for a strike on the knuckle curve, 79-mile-an-hour curve. Oh, 0-1 the count to McGunkle. And McGunkle's challenging, and he's going to lose the challenge. The Tigers are now down to their last challenge. McGunkle is 1 for 2 with an RBI and a single. Dodgers 3, Tigers 1. The pitch is low. Knuckle curve for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a foul by McGunkle on the fastball. It's now 1-2 count. McGonigal waiting in. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McGonigal. Glasnow's now thrown 77 pitches in the 7th inning in a 3-1 Dodger lead. Pitch bounces there at the plate, knuckle curve. It's now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to McGonigal. Swung on a high fly ball, but waiting under it is Teoscar. He'll make the catch. Actually, it was a line drive, more of a drive to him. And there's 1 out. So 1 out in the 7th. Glasgow's now thrown 79 pitches. And up comes Dingler. Dingler had his nice throw nailing Kike, picking him off of first base. And he's up there now at the plate. So we've seen a couple of nice throws by both catchers from both teams. Rovert nailing a runner at second base and Dingler nailing Kike off of first base. Glasnow's now thrown 80 pitches. It's taken for a strike to Dingler. The 1 pitch is taken for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch is a high fly ball into center field, but waiting under it is Kike for the catch. And there's now 2 outs. Glasnow's now thrown 82 pitches. Will he dare pull him like he did Skubal with 83 after this inning? I say no way. Callahan now comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out in this game. 3-1 Dodgers lead. We're in the 7th inning. Pitch is taken for a strike, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So Glasnow still has his fastball after 83 pitches. 0-1 the count to Callahan. The pitch. They're going to look over at third on the check swing. They're going to say knuckle curve was a strike. Okay, so 2 outs. So Glasnow is working like a machine up there now. He got caught violating the pitch count once, the clock, pitch clock, and after that he's been on his game. There's a ground ball, nice backhanded sliding catch by Edman at second to throw him out at first. Dodgers retire them in order. 1, 2, 3, timeout. In the end of 7 innings, Dodgers 3, Tigers 1. I'll be back right after this short break. Okay, new pitcher for the Tigers. It'll be Rainey coming in now. Tanner Rainey. He's appeared in 5 games. He doesn't have a record. Edman facing him right now. Edman squares off to fake a bunt on the curveball taken for strike 1. Oh and 1 the count to Edman. 3-1 Dodger lead. Big swing and a miss. It's now 0-2 on that slider. Dodgers trying to win this series. Tigers are down to their last 6 outs. Dodgers trying to go home on a winning note after a road trip that didn't go quite as planned. They're currently 1-4 on this road trip. Trying to go 2-4. Here's a high fly ball hit by Edmonds, waiting under. It's Clark. He's calling it. He's got it. 1 out. And Evan Phillips throwing in the bullpen. Glasnow's thrown, 83, 84 pitches? Is Roberts really going to pull him? Come on, you got to let him go out there in the 8th inning. He's thrown 85 pitches to be exact. 3-1 lead. He's on his game and dealing. Pitches slider high for ball 1. Pitches inside. Fastball for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch is taken for a strike on the slider. Mookie's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a flyout. Pitch is inside. It's now 3-1. Tanner Rainey, 33-year-old, 6'3", 245-pounder out of Folsom, California. Here's a shot, and it's going to be all the way to the wall in left field. Mookie's cruising around second, diving head first into second base with a double. So Mookie knows what's up. He's trying to get some Dodger insurance runs here. He knows the sands of time are running short on Glasnow, and they're going to have to go to the bullpen. And he knows the Dodgers are going to need some more runs. 3-1 may not cut it if they want to win this game. Freddie Freeman comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, a single, a double, scored 2 runs. In the series, he's 5 for 10. So Freddie Freeman's fingerprints are all over this game, and in a good way. Pitches bounced up to the plate and a slider. Freeman was on base when Teoscar hit his blast at dead center field to give the Dodgers the 3-1 lead. That was in the 6th inning. 2 balls, no strikes to Freeman. Mookie at second, 1 out. We're in the 8th inning. Tigers down to their last 6 outs. But right now, Dodgers looking to get some insurance there on the board. Pitch bounces up to the plate. Nice back stop by Dingler behind the plate. One of American League's best catchers with a nice stop there. Three balls, no strikes to Freeman. Mookie away from second. Rainey's pitch is taken for a strike. No challenge on Freddie. He may have, he would have won that had he challenged it. That's what I thought. Okay. 4, 5, and 6 hitters today are 5 for 7. So those 4, 5, and 6 hitters have been having dividends for the Dodgers. And here's a pitch way high, ball 4. So we got 2 runners on, and up comes Teoscar Hernandez. So let's see if Teoscar can do it again. Rainey's thrown 13 pitches, and he's got 2 Dodgers on. He's only got 1 out. He's facing Teoscar right now, who's 2 for 3 in the game. 1 ball, no strikes to Teoscar. Betts away from second. Freeman away from first. Swung on and missed on the fastball. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch is way out. Oh, they're going to throw over to second to try to pick off it. It gets Pye. Okay, so Dingler is his own worst enemy here. He tried to pick off Mookie diving back to second. The ball gets away from Baez, goes into shallow center field. Mookie goes to third. And Freeman goes to second. And now all we need is a scoring fly ball to get a run. So he thought he had a good idea, but the lazily played. Torres should have caught that, actually. He should have gloved that. That's on Torres. He just went a little bit lazy for it, and it skipped by his glove. It was actually a good throw by Dingler, but lazily fielded by Torres, and it got by him. And now both runners are in scoring position, second and third for the Dodgers. And Muncy's starting to loosen up now on the on-deck circle for the Dodgers. So let's see if we can get a scoring fly ball here. Way inside, almost hit Teoscar, and it did hit Teoscar. Hit by pitch Teoscar. He takes first base. The bases are loaded, and let's see if Roberts is going to indeed go for Muncy in a pinch hit moment right here. Wow. So this has been a Teoscar type of game. Don't mess it up, Teoscar. With a bad play in the outfield, I wonder if Roberts would consider putting Call in there. I would, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to bet he's going to put Call in left field in the 9th inning. Not take any chances with any bonehead fielding plays by Teoscar, even though he's had a really good game. You don't want to risk it, especially in a 3-1 game. Dodgers looking to get some insurance here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Max Power being called by Marshall. Here comes Muncy. So this is it. This is a good right here. We got Mookie at third, Freeman at second, Teoscar at first, and Muncy to the plate. In a 3-1 Dodger lead in the 8th inning with 1 out. All we need is a scoring fly ball. But if you really want to be greedy, let's get a base hit. Double. Let's see what we can do here, Muncy. Rainey's thrown 19 pitches. That pitch is inside 99-mile-an-hour fastball. They give it a strike. Okay, call it a strike. So it's strike 1. Rainey's now thrown 19 pitches. He's thrown right in the thick of it. 0-1 the count to Muncy. The pitch. Bounces. Oh, it gets by the catcher Dingler. Coming home, sliding, diving head first is Mookie. Just under the tag to score, and that's some insurance for you. Meanwhile, the other two guys move up 90 feet. Now we got Freeman at third and Teoscar at first. And that ball just bounced right off hit the dirt and bounced off the chest. And by the time Dingler could pick it up and throw, Mookie had dove head first in, touching home plate. So Dodgers now 4-1. Pitch on the way to Muncy is a ground shot. Base hit, whacked into right field. It should get 2 runs. In comes Freddie Freeman walking home. And no, runner at third will be Teoscar. He'll stop. No reason to send him. It's now a 5-1 game. So nicely played in the outfield by McKinstry. He really charged that ball wonderfully. So that eliminated any chance of Teoscar trying to score from third, and plus only with 1 out. No chance in getting thrown. You don't want to risk getting thrown out the plate, so I like it. I like his way of thinking. Meanwhile, now throwing in the Dodger bullpen, we got 2 guys, Kyle Hurt, the right-hander, and Evan Phillips, also the right-hander. So it's all happening in Comerica Park right now, and here's Freddie Freeman. Pitch is low for ball 1. Freddie Freeman's 0 for 3 with a fly out in the 6th. 1 out in the 8th. 2 on. Runner at first in Muncy with that base hit. Runner at third with Teoscar, who was hit by pitch. Dodgers 5, Tigers 1. The pitch is in the dirt, gets away from the Dingler again, and Teoscar runs home, not even sliding, scores walking, standing up, and the Dodgers have broken through this game with a 6-1 lead in the 8th inning. So, how about that? Rainey's coming apart at the seams. Throwing low in the dirt, making Dingler chase that ball, chase 2 of them. I wonder if this will change the thinking of Doc if he was going to pull Glasnow all along. Pitch is swung on and missed on the fastball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks like he may take him out no matter what now with a 6-1 lead. Let's see Tucker's last at bat before he goes home for 9 games. Let's get a base hit, Tucker, before you have to go home. You're not on the road anymore after today's game for 9 straight games at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers will be returning to action on Tuesday with 3 games against the Cardinals. Pitches inside low for ball 4, so Tucker will get a walk. And that's Coach has seen enough. He's coming out with a hook on that one. That'll do it for Rainey. The 2 men on base are his. Dodgers lead 6-1, and the game started an hour late. It was close, tight all the way until this inning when the Dodgers really broke through. The Dodgers were leading 3-1 coming into this inning. And they're going to go Finnegan will be who they're going to go to. Let's get to know Finnegan in this little timeout. Kyle Finnegan. He's right-handers, 34-year-old, 6'2", 198-pounder out of Detroit, Michigan. So hometown boy will be taking the mound for the Tigers. Six to 1 lead by the Dodgers. We wanted some insurance. We got some insurance. In this pitching change, a few Tiger fans have left the building. My viewers were up to 250 and they dropped to 216, but thank you all so much for tuning in. All of you who have subscribed to the channel, given the thumbs up, a big gong to all of you. And to all of you who have been here, subscribed and been watching and enjoying this action, a big bango bongo drum to you. Okay, shenanigans are done. Hernandez to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. He got embarrassed at first base, picked off in his last at-bat. When he was at bat, got a base hit, and then he got picked off at first. Let's see if he can make amends for it now. First pitch is fouled away. It's 0-1 the count. He's 1 for 3 as Kike, but he made a wonderful diving catch in the outfield early in this game to rob Clark of an extra base hit. If he doesn't catch that, that goes to the wall. As fast as Clark runs, no doubt that's a triple. Pitch on the way is fouled away. It's 0-2. So he made a really important contribution with his glove in this game early. In fact, that kept the no-hitter perfect game intact. That was in the 3rd inning. 0-2 the count to Kike. Dodgers 6, Tigers 1. They just broke through for 3 runs in this inning. 1 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second. Finnegan's pitch is low for ball 1. I have come along to your way of thinking, Marshall. I think, go ahead, pull him. Yeah, he used the exact quote, no reason to risk anything after 83 pitches. There's a ball to Kike when he pulled Skubal after 83. He said, we don't want to risk anything, and pulled him. And so no doubt Glasnow will get the same treatment, especially leading 6-1 now. If it was 3-1, I'd send him out there, but 6-1, no reason to. Big swing and a miss way outside the strike zone, and down goes Kike for out number 2. So 2 outs in the 8th inning. So Finnegan comes in, strikes out the first guy he faces, and up comes Rovert to the plate. He's had a nice game. Threw a man out, got a single. Really nice, solid backup, Ben Rovert, for the Dodgers. Two outs. We're in the 8th inning. 2 on. 6-1 Dodger lead. Pitch is taken for strike 1 on the fastball. I agree with you out right there. No Vesia. Then Vesia's not warming up. The 2 guys we saw, was Kyle Hurt and Evan Phillips. So it'll be one of those 2 guys. Pitch is taken low for a ball. Absolutely, Marshall, you're right. Glasnow will be the winning pitcher if it holds up as is. 1-1 the count. Pitch is swung on and fouled at the way. 1-2. Tigers down to their last 6 outs in this game. Dodgers 6, Tigers 1. That still, Marshall, has yet to be determined. I haven't heard anything about any time soon for Will Smith returning. If anybody knows, Marshall's putting out the plea. Anyone heard how close Will Smith is? I haven't. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rovert. Ohtani waiting on deck. Pitch is outside. We've got 235 viewers. Any of you who are not in the chat, if you know when will Will Smith come back, feel free to chime in. 2-2 the count to Rovert. 2 outs, 2 on. We're in the 8th inning. Finnegan's pitch is taken outside for ball 3. No, we're in the 8th inning. 8th inning. Remember, we got to go bottom of the 8th and then the bottom of the 9th. Pitch is swung on and missed. If this game was at Dodger Stadium, you would be correct. Okay, so that'll do it for the Dodgers as Rovert has a big swing and a miss. And we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Dodgers 6, Tigers 1. And 4 is saying Smith is set to return on Tuesday. McKinstry coming up for the Tigers in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be McKinstry. Might have a pinch hitter for him. We'll see. Lee and then Clark. No, this game is at Comerica Field in Detroit. Dodgers have tomorrow off. Then they return home to Dodger Stadium for 9 straight games. They'll be facing the Cardinals starting on Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Cardinals. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Nationals. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, the Cincinnati Reds come to town. So, 9-game homestand for the Dodgers to really get fat with some victories against those teams. So the consensus word is coming in. Smith should be back this week. So 2 fans have chimed in. Thank you very much for chiming in. No, Smith has been out real for some time, probably maybe 2, maybe 3, 2.5 months, somewhere in that vicinity. Okay, and up comes Kyle Hurt. So he gets the call to the plate, to the mound. So Kyle Hurt will be facing McKinstry. So they didn't go for a pinch hitter. First pitch is taken for a ball. We're in the 8th inning in a 6-1 Dodger lead. Pitch bounces up at the plate and gets away from Revert. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Okay, 3 balls, no strikes to McKinstry. Three and 1 the count to McKinstry. We're in the 8th inning. Pitch is fouled away. Count is now full. The 3-2 pitch swung on and fouled away. JT's back and better than ever. Here we go, bullpen. You're right. But they got a 5-run cushion. They can't possibly blow this game. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away. And the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count remains full at 3-2. The former Dodger of 3 years up there trying to hurt him, or at least get something started here, with Hurt on the mound. Dodgers 6, Tigers 1. Swung on, there's a ground ball. Nice backhanded play by Mookie Betts. Dazzling 360 turn, throws and gets him to Freeman. So Mookie, right behind second base, did a pirouette. Glove the ball, did a pirouette, changing the glove from the glove to the ball and threw it. Looked like a magician out there, all in one movement to get him out at first base. If they still had that old show, remember as a kid growing up, This Week in Baseball by Mel Ellen, that would have been on the highlight reel. This Week in Baseball. Okay, 1 ball, no strikes. To Lee. Lee's up there now. Lee straight out of New Taipei in Taiwan. Rookie year doing very well. He's 0 for 2. The count is now 2-0 to Lee. Pitch is taken for a ball. Three balls, no strikes to lead. Let's go, Hurt. There's right over the plate with a fastball. It's 3-1. Three and one. The count swung on and fouled away, so now the count is 3-2. So Hurt has worked his way back up with a count of, it was 3-0, now it's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch on the way to Lee is low for ball four, and he walked Lee. So Max Clark comes up there. He was robbed in center field in the third inning by Kike with a diving catch. He's up there now trying to get his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 2. 1 ball, no strike, so it's a ball pitch to Clark. And now Revert's going to go out to the mound and have a few words with Hurt, try to settle him down after that walk. 6-1 Dodgers lead. They got a 5-run cushion. Really 4-run cushion, right? Because you don't want them to tie it up. Dodgers Mark Prior pitching coach is on the bullpen phone now. Hurt's thrown 15 pitches. He's gotten 1 out, but he's gotten 1 on. Pitch is low in the dirt with a fastball. Now they got action in the bullpen. It's Evan Phillips up again. He was up earlier. We're in the 8th inning, 1 out. Tigers down to their last 5 outs in this game, but they got a runner on first now. The pitch taken. They're going to win that. That was taken for a ball, but smartly Revert taps his head, wants to challenge that. And Dodgers are going to win the challenge. So instead of being 3-0, it'll now be 2-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike to Revert. Revert, nice, quickly on it. Pitcher's fouled away. I knew there was something I was going to tell JT now that you're back. We also got it. I think you had said you were catcher in baseball. We also have another catcher in Marshall in the chat. So 2 of you are former catchers in the game. So 2-2 the count to Clark. Hurt, 19th pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And he got him nice on the changeup. So now there's 2 outs in the 8th inning. Tigers down to their last 4 outs. And those Jumbo Jacks have officially been earned. Now you run to Jack in the Box tomorrow, and with a purchase of a large drink, you can get a free Jumbo Jack. I think it's been Jumbo Jack almost every night, because last night the Dodgers got yesterday the 7 strikeouts, the night before that, so no reason why anybody should be going hungry as a Dodger fan. 2 balls, no strikes. It's high to Baez. Eighth inning, 2 outs, 1 on. 6-1 Dodger lead. Pitch is taken for a strike 1. The fastball, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Two balls and 1 strike. The pitcher's a high fly pop-up. Let's see whether this is going to go foul. Freddie moving over, looking, and it's back up into the stands. 2-2 the count. Yeah. Two balls, 2 strikes to Baez. 1 on, 2 outs in the 9th. There's a ground ball. This is going to be nicely fielded again by Mookie. Throws over to first to get him, and that'll do it in the 8th inning. The score after 8 complete innings, Dodgers 6, Tigers 1. We'll be back for the 9th inning right after this short break. Okay, back to live action. First pitch to Ohtani is taken for a strike. So we got Waggle Spack in here. Waggle Spack, he returns. He was in here on Friday, I believe he pitched. Pitches low for ball 1. In fact, I'm sure of it when he pitched. You had a Tiger fan in here calling him Waggle Suck. He was not happy with his performance. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ohtani. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play on the cutter. It's now 1-2. Ohtani 0 for 4, grounded out in the 7th. He was going to pitch a couple of innings. He was due to that, to do it in this game, but maybe due to the long delay of 1 hour to start time, they pulled him at the last moment and just had Glasnow go at it alone. The pitch is way outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. Ohtani has yet to reach base today. Normally he'll reach by a walk or something, but no foul. Strike 3 called, and down he goes. So Ohtani is struck out again. He struck out looking. He went up there and swung for the fences a couple of at-bats ago. Came up empty. Tommy Edman coming up. There's 1 out in the 9th. Edman's also 0 for 4, flied out in the 8th. Dodgers 6, Tigers 1, 1 out in the 9th. The pitch swung on and missed by Waggle Spack. 0-1 the count. Hang around for the bottom of the 9th. Tigers down to their last 3 outs. Edman to the plate. The pitch swung on. It lifted a high fly ball. This will be playable. Under it is Clark at the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. So a quick moving 9th inning right now. Mookie coming to the plate. Mookie made a nice play defensively, and before that, he had a double. He scored a run, diving head first, coming in on a wild pitch. Pitch is outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes to Mookie, and that's a strike on the cutter. Ninth inning, 2 outs. Mookie to the plate. Wagglesback has thrown this is his 10th pitch. Low fastball for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Betts. The pitch is low for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. If you're looking forward to the 9th inning for the Tigers, coming up will be Torres, followed by Keith and McGunkle. That's the last chance for the Tigers to win this. There's a shot all the way to line drive, caught in the outfield by McCallahan, and that'll do it for the Dodgers. It looked promising at first off the bat of Betts, and then it died right in the glove of McConkle. And we move to the bottom of the 9th inning. And for the Dodgers, okay, so the Dodgers are going to go with Seth Halverson. He pitched yesterday, got a side out in order. If you missed it, he's a right-hander, hard-throwing right-hander, 26-year-old, 6'2", 6 feet 2 inches, 243 pounds, out of Chicago, Illinois. So he'll be coming in trying to get out the Tigers and get the Dodgers the win. He pitched really well yesterday, in fact. He's got a little extra on his fastball. When he throws it, he gives what appears to be like a side thrusting kick, something you'd see in Taekwondo. Kind of looks kind of neat from the viewpoint of seeing the pitcher do it. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, see how he has that kick right there in the animation? And when he's really throwing off the mound, you'll even see him emphasize it a little bit more. Okay. Look at. Okay. This is it. We're getting ready for the bottom of the 9th inning. The line here, Dodgers 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Tigers 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. So the Tigers have really been thoroughly frustrated and shut down thus far in this game as far as runs and hits. And last chance, here comes Torres. He's 1 for 3. He's got 1 of the 2 hits the Tigers have. He also scored a run. Halverson's pitch is taken for a strike, fouls it back for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, swung on. There's a little ground foul. Oh, and 2 the count to Torres. Tigers down to their last 3 outs, trailing 6-1 to the Dodgers in the 9th inning. The pitch is just a little outside on the slider. It's now 1-2. This game got started 1 hour late due to weather conditions. 1-2 count. There's a high pop-up moving out as Edman. He's waving that he's got it in shallow right field. He makes the catch, and there's now 1 out in the 9th inning. Tigers down to their last 2 outs in this game. And up comes Keith. Colt Keith playing first base. He's 0 for 3, lined out in the 6th inning. 6-1 Dodgers lead in the 9th inning. The pitch is just a little outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. There's a ground ball hit sharply down the second baseman. Edman throws over to first base for the out. There's 2 outs on the 4-3 putout, and the Tigers are down to their last out. And Halverson pitching nicely again in this first 2 batters he's faced, as he did. So 2 outs in the 9th inning, 6-1 Dodgers lead. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Halverson's dealing. That was a 100-mile-an-hour pitch. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch. There's a high fly ball waiting under it as Kike in center field. He's got it, and the Dodgers win the game, win the series, get out of here with a 2-4 record on the road trip. Halverson congratulated all around. Let's see what the totals are for the Dodgers to win it. Dodgers 6 runs, 9 hits and no errors. Tigers 1 run, 2 hits and 1 error. Winning pitcher Glasnow, his record goes to 4-0. ERA of 2.79. Valdez suffers the loss. His record falls to 8-10 with an ERA of 4.36. So Dodgers are off tomorrow. They got a day off, back on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at home against the Cardinals, and then a weekend series with the Nationals. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a tremendous rest of the day to you wherever you may be. Enjoy it. Get some rest. Hopefully you'll be back to this channel to enjoy more Dodger baseball. Once again, Dodgers win it 6-1. Have yourself a tremendous rest of the day. Turn out the lights. This game is over.
Play what crazy game does it so many great plays, and now it's time to turn out the lights. The game is over. Bid you a pleasant good night, and free you may be. Turn out the lights again. The game is all over for you. Turn out the lights, game's over. You think you can come, then you do give up. The game I don't like the game's over. He doesn't get up a man with the key. You deal with the stop, but nothing can last. And I promise you that game is over. I get it something on when it's on. And that's your
turn out the lights, the game's over. They say that all good games must end. Call it a night, the game's over. And tomorrow starts a new game. Never lost all the calm in the play-by-play. What a crazy game. Never seen so many great plays. And now it's time to turn the lights. The game is over, who's never lost Norman. Bid you a pleasing good night, every you may be. Turn out the lights, the game is all over. Greetings again to the park fun. I made the gusses electric. There I beside the mountain to yeah. Chase side and life, it's joy. My boss has stopped by coming. Is that the last, the game's over? In Polish line was deep restraint. Call it a night, the game's over.